How many married people is on this panel?
I am. I'm a married man.
Okay, you're a married man. So you said that your wife she has to be able to give herself to you. She cannot deny you, correct?
Unless it's communicated and we both agree and there's no health related issues, or if there's health related issues and we communicated and came to a mutual agreement, that's the only exception. Other than that, that ass is mine.
So you're saying out of medical health reasons and things that I saw out of a conversation, that ass is yours. So is your ass hers? When it comes down to certain sexual things that's going on in your bedroom, do that ass belong to her too?
I'm gonna decline to answer that, and I'm gonna take it as a matter of disrespect. I don't think nobody else, any brothers on here, have given you any indication that we get down like that. For you to ask us a question like that is disrespectful.
Okay,
So
I don't.
I just want you to
Let
know
me
that.
finish. Let me explain something. You don't have to answer me. That is your personal marriage life. I don't need to know that answer.
Trev, I think that number changes because just one thing we not factoring in. Most women aren't attracted to most men. Most men aren't in the position to get the women that they want. If you adjust that stat for men who can get the women that they want and have access to those women, that number changes dramatically. I don't have the stats in front of me, but I'm willing to bet $1,000 on that. That number changes dramatically. So that would be like an athlete, an entertainer, a man that women just find extremely attractive.
Yeah, but those are all complete outliners, right?
And what I'm saying is, I wouldn't put it on men that they're just this way because they don't do it. Some people don't have a Rolls Royce, not because they don't want a Rolls Royce. They don't have the money for the Rolls Royce. But you give them the money for a Rolls Royce, they probably gonna have a Rolls Royce. That's the point I'm making.
Understood. To me, it's almost like saying if I put a whole bunch of cocaine in your house, maybe you're not really a cocaine guy, but let's just say I put a lot of cocaine in your house, like everywhere you look, there's a bunch of cocaine. You probably would try that cocaine where you otherwise would not have ever tried that opportunity. And then we could say that all men could possibly be cokeheads, maybe, but maybe not because they just weren't in that type of a situation that most people will never have the opportunity to be in.
So before you go to MJ, I think the interaction between Miss Taken and Cloud was important, but I think the misunderstanding for me, maybe not for everybody else, is the discipline. Sexually discipline. Correct me if I'm wrong, mistaken. When you say sexual discipline or being disciplined in anything, to me specifically means it's something that you want to do, you desire to do it, but there's external struggles causing you not to do it. But I think what way Cloud is looking at discipline is something that's forced on you to keep you from doing something you want to do. So in turn, you got to be honest. Like, this is what I want to do, and I don't want to not have sex with people. That's a matter of being honest or either lying. But if you're trying to practice being disciplined in something, these are the outcomes you desire. You don't want to have sex with these people. You're just tempted and you're easily compelled to do it based on the intensity of that temptation. But you actually want to practice being monogamous. That's a totally different thing. So it won't help you just being honest saying, I want to have sex with people. When you actually don't want to have sex with other people. You get what I'm saying? So when you practice discipline, that means this is something that you want to internalize. This is something you want to make up as an individual. This is something you want to embrace. And it's for the best interest of the relationship with you and that woman. You're just having these struggles that's keeping you from doing it. So the next step in that is just attacking those external factors or those issues that's causing you not to do what you desire to do.
So Darwin, my thing is that occurred after, for most of us that are in this situation, it occurred after a biological period change where we're able to even control those things the same way. So
if you recognize,
hold on, let me just get this last one out. If we were like, say you were a virgin and you married the first woman you had sex with, and that was what men were able to do in mass, then okay, maybe I could see it. So the next thing I was trying to say was, so Ashley Madison, I don't know if y'all familiar with that website, but it's a site
the most famous cheating website dedicated to people who want an affair.
So it's got like 9.7 million users on it, right? Now here's the thing. It was hacked and the data breach came out. Sweeney called me the other day and told me about it. He said that 99% of the accounts that were actually humans were men, and the rest were bots for women.
What you mean bots?
They weren't
real women.
Oh, they weren't real women.
That makes sense because men would look online for ass and women would go in public
to get money. To get money from the website? What's the purpose of
get money?
Yeah, so it's supposed to be descriptions. It's supposed to be you go in there to find somebody to have an affair with, right? Okay. And it's supposed to be anonymous and all of that stuff.
So catfish and bots.
Yeah, I think dating apps have a lot of bots in it.
So I want to get MJ's take on this.
I saw a woman I was talking to on there. There's no way, because I was testing something on my channel. I was like, "There's no way this woman would have gave me the time of the day." Hell no, there got to be a bot.
All right, MJ, go ahead.
Hello, good evening, everyone. Y'all can hear me?
All right. Yeah, you're good.
Okay, great. Yeah, so for me personally, if it's about marriage, a marriage is a covenant, right? That is literally what marriage is. So you're walking into something where you're both are agreeing to commit to one another, be there for one another, pretty much share joy with one another. It's not one is owning the other and the other is owning the other. It's not about that, right? It's because that union is supposed to bring you closer to God, right? So it's kind of disturbing for me being down in the chat when it was making it seem like people are literally getting into marriage just to have sexual ownership of another person. That is quite weird because that's literally talking against exactly what the Bible is actually, preaching when it comes down to marriage. It's supposed to be bigger than that. Second, when it comes,
who said that? Who said that they just getting into marriage to have sexual?
No, it's not about someone just said that. It was about how it was coming across of just sexual ownership.
Oh, so that's not accurate then. Okay, I got you.
Yeah. Hold on, doesn't the Bible say you belong to your spouse though? Like, isn't that sexual ownership? It literally says that your body's no longer your own, but it belongs to your spouse.
It doesn't have nothing to do with sexual. Show me where in the Bible that it talks about sex. Exactly, specifically about sex.
I'll give you a moment.
It doesn't negate it either. So you're coming. You're triggered in the chat by something that no one said. You said people are getting married just. You're using the term just. My understanding and my education, just means solely, right? Just to get married for sexual just for sexual ownership.
Sexual ownership. I mean, didn't you express that if a woman?
Not at all, and I don't think nobody else.
Wait,
Corinthians 1 Corinthians 7:4. The wife does not have authority over her own body, but the husband does. Likewise, the husband does not have authority over his own body, but the wife does.
Okay, so that's a great thing. Okay, so question: how many married people is on this panel?
I am. I'm a married man.
Okay, you're a married man. So you said that your wife she has to be able to give herself to you. She cannot deny you, correct?
Unless it's communicated and we both agree and there's no health-related issues, or if there's health-related issues and we communicated and came to a mutual agreement, that's the only exception. Other than that, that ass is mine.
Okay, so I'm
gonna say one more thing. When the Bible is not completely specific down to the detail on the terms of sexual advances or whatever, and that, because she submits to me, I reserve the right to make up for the details and express that to her. And also what I'll do is I'll go to a anointed official to get interpretation. Usually these people, you can call them pastors, clergymen, bishops, whatever you want to do, apostles, they usually do a good job at giving an interpretation on things that's not clear. So I already know where you was going to try to go.
I was trying to say before. So if she's saying, so you're saying out of medical health reasons and things that I saw out of a conversation, that ass is yours. So is your ass hers? When it comes down to certain sexual things that's going on in your bedroom, do that ass belong to her too?
The bed of marriage is undefiled.
Okay, so
that depends on what context.
No, that's out of your comfortability.
Wait, what Wait,
Talking
MJ.
about anal
What is the
sex right now?
context?
Like, if that's
what is the
she's really taking it
context?
to?
What's the
Not
context?
Talking about
asshole.
pegging right now? That's what you're talking about?
No, listen, I'm going on the
What?
basis of what he said.
Hold on, man.
He said outside of medical health, outside of the conversation that had to do with illness, medical health, or not the ability to have sex, that ass is his. So I asked him in reverse, if your wife wants your ass, is your ass hers too?
Let me be clear.
Or do you get to say that that's out of my comfortability?
Are you talking
that
about
ass is mine means her body, not specifically her ass, lady.
Well, isn't his ass a part of his body? Or
No,
do now y'all want to try? Y'all want to
dragging
separate
it,
things
lady.
now?
You're dragging
I don't
it.
know.
Why,
I don't
why you
know
gotta
if
make
that's-
it so
I'm not
freaky?
dragging nothing. Y'all
No
don't
way.
see
Making
when
it
it's
wild
flipped on
freaky.
the other side, you don't like it.
It's an abomination.
Listen,
You now
wait,
all of a
wait,
sudden,
Why
wait
you
a
gotta
minute,
get his
abomination.
manhood violated now? Now you talking about
Hold on, real quick.
sodomy.
Let
The
me
Bible
answer her,
don't approve
That's
sodomy.
not an abomination.
Let me
The
answer her.
No,
The
but
Bible don't approve
it's
no
not
damn
sodomy.
sodomy.
It's not
MJ.
sodomy. Remember,
In the
because
Bible,
you
that's
remember
called
you belong
sodomy.
to
You're
her
trying to
and
turn a
she
man into
belongs
a
to you, so
sodomite.
it's not
Run that
sodomy
pole.
Hold on, hold on,
anymore.
real quick.
Fire
It's
off
not
MJ,
that.
I'm gonna
sodomy
take.
anymore.
Listen,
You're in a covenant.
Hey,
You're
wait,
married.
wait.
It's
Yeah,
not
one.
sodomy.
Wait.
listen,
One
MJ.
mic.
I appreciate you coming up here. I don't know how that was the catalyst for you to come up on here, but for you to ask a question like that, I'm gonna decline to answer that, and I'm gonna take it as a matter of disrespect. I don't think nobody else, any brothers on here, have given you any indication that we get down like that. So for you to ask us a question like that is disrespectful.
Okay, I
just want you to know that.
Let me explain something. You don't have to answer me. That is your personal marriage life. I don't need to know that answer. I am going on the basis of what you say. You said that your wife's ass is yours. So I asked you literally, is your ass hers? If you want to go by the Bible. Just because you no. Without context, I have letting y'all talk and you keep on interrupting me.
Just answered your question.
Why don't you show decorum, the same type of decorum I can show you, show me.
I answered the question. Yes, without context on the specific details. Her ass belong to me, my ass belong to her. Yeah,
okay, then why didn't you just say that earlier, sir?
Because everybody was throwing in pauses and all that stuff, and I just wanted to be clear because it's important whenever you speaking on platforms like that and going on record. You don't want to be misinterpreted the wrong way, and people come in, oh, there's a clip Bruiser said he'd be getting pegged. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't.
No, I'm not trying to say that you're getting pegged, and I
get it.
That's what you thought. I'm just saying that the way how you phrase how your woman's ass is yours, I used the same type of wording.
Yeah, I get it.
And you had an issue with it. So
I didn't have an issue with it. I just wanted it to be clear on what you were saying. And whenever they said, I think somebody exposed that you were talking about ass is a part of it too, or something like that. When you made that comment, I was like, okay, so she's obviously talking about being pegged.
No,
and I didn't want to be. I didn't want to personally. Okay.
I'm talking about literally how you phrase your with your wife. You said that ass belonged to you outside of certain scenarios. Right. You would have a conversation. So I implied, does that mean the same for her? Because in the Bible says you belong to her and she belonged to you, right?
Right. That's true. That's absolutely
true. That's all I was saying.
Okay.
No, that's not a duh moment.
Common sense.